Oh, good evening, everybody. Everything is a mess. I am definitely put the time into preparing the stream before the stream started. Totally. I don't want to ever give you the the suggestion that I had done otherwise. Not at all. I'll get the disclaimer. My wheel is going crazy. Get the disclaimers out of the way first, though. My voice probably sounds like shit tonight, and I'll probably be coughing a fair bit. But other than that, I'm fine. So, do not worry about me. But, yeah, just forewarning that I won't quite sound how I normally do, probably. But other than that, I feel Gucci. Oof. How's everyone else doing, then? As I just get the final pieces ready here. Signed up to both the races tonight, so that's good. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Can now get the old car up and do a little bit of running. We got a couple of juicy tracks tonight. Croft and Laguna Seca. They're gonna both throw up a bit of a spice. Hopefully we get a cleaner race than the IndyCar race at Laguna Seca. Jesus Christ. Watched every minute of that unfold live, and yeah, it was something. You blinked twice or something. Don't know how that'll work though. I don't have a camera. Oh yeah, right. I need to get the... How could I forget? The chat window. Voila. Oh, it's not showing the game. I'm still recording on... Ah, whatever. Alright, I need to rescale this, because I was recording another app. And I just was lazy and used this. So now I need to fit the screen. There you go. That's better. There we have it. Cool. I don't know why the chat has appeared in the middle as well. Oh, there we go. It's shot to the bottom. Sound like I'm set to 0.75 speed. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, as I said, it's not. It's not quite fully up to scratch tonight, but other than that, I feel fine. So, just gotta roll with it. I hope that I don't accidentally kill it completely. We'll find out. I guess that's your challenge. Make me angry and go on a rant so that I just kill my voice. Victim of the system. Okay. Driving. Yes, we should do some of that. Saxon ring. Just gonna yoink that setup. Felt like we had something decent going. Let's see how it drives here. Hope that my wheel and pedals work, because I haven't tested them. Yep, they do. We're driving. Any plans for next season? I haven't thought about it yet, to be honest. I have like a few, I have a few loose ideas kicking around. I always have a few loose ideas kicking around. But they're sort of ideas that I've sort of thought up for prior seasons, and then I've just kind of pushed them to the side, because I preferred another option over those. Oh. Ghost me got a wobbly on. I don't know when I did this Ghost. I guess it would have been when I was testing for track replacements. Probably. I don't think I've driven it since then. I don't think I've raced it before. But yeah, at the moment, nothing concrete for next season. I have a few ideas. The numbers are starting to go back up again on SRS, so gonna be a little bit more spicy, I think, next season. There is one idea that I think I'm pretty set on doing. It was originally going to be what I was going to do for this season. And, but I eventually canned it because I didn't think anyone would really turn up. Oh well, felt it was a bit pointless if nobody's going to turn up. Yes. I don't know whether or not this is the peak that we're going to see, but I would definitely say the numbers are up. Which is obvious because school holidays have ended. So people aren't going out on holiday anymore, they're all at home, cooped up again. And, yeah, no, it does seem like numbers are back up across the board, I feel. And also, naturally, as we just start rolling on into winter, I think the numbers will steadily climb as well. As people want to go outside less and less during winter. And, we'll obviously start spending more and more time indoors. I shouldn't go down to second. How high the numbers will get, I can't tell you, but probably not very high. This is still alerted, it's 28 in Trabant. Example had few races. I don't know about those, but looking at the 4 I've been doing, I would say numbers have been up. Compared to last season, at least. Uh-oh. Am I gonna hit it? No. But I'm gonna have massive understeer here. Oh, I just missed that title. I think I've also all but completely given up on the idea of lying to myself, saying that it will boot up SRS on the weekends. Especially on a Saturday. My brain is just not engaged in racing on a Saturday. So, no matter what's going to be on then, I just forget. Maybe Sundays, but the only race that's running on Sundays at the moment, at least to my knowledge, is at like 11 PM, which just isn't feasible for me, so... Yes, I would know. I've done every race, but the Formula Student is... It's a weird one. You'll notice that the Formula Student really doesn't have many consistent people. Oh shit, I fucked up. People come, they try the car, they realize it's really weird and really twitchy and hard to handle, and they just give up. You know what I did forget to do, actually? I forgot to sell out. Just kidding. But I forgot to throw up the live stream in all the usual places. But I can get like 2 extra viewers. I'm gonna do that now. Check this series average around 5.2. I know, at least from what my eyeballs are telling me, the average is up. From what I remember towards the tail end of last season, even in... I'm trying to remember. I think even in my main series, I was barely getting... Let me look. Okay, let me check this. Oh, I actually went on historic. Stupid. Yeah, Estonia 21. I don't think... Yeah, so the first race we had 9. Then we had 9 again in round 2. 13 in round 3. Then we had 10 in round 4. And yeah, 6 in round 5. And then 6 in round 6. I mean, you only had 3 races, only 2 would count as official. I mean, as I said, they're not spectacular, these numbers, but they are definitely up. There's 15 people registered for the Caterhams already, and there's 8 already signed up for the Corvette. It's better than, that's way better than last season. And as I said, I think these numbers will steadily grow as the weeks roll on. So but yeah, no, they but yeah, I don't know. Some races just don't have interest. And they're not going to get numbers no matter, really. I mean, you could see it on iRacing. iRacing has a really healthy population, but there are some series on iRacing that get no participation. And basically have to operate like a league, racing at set times on set days. When iRacing can comfortably fill like 5 MX5 splits and like 4 GT3 splits every race, you know? I'm just spitballing random numbers, I don't know the exact figures, but they can fill multiple splits every race pretty comfortably. And yet some series barely struggle to get 1 race a week in. So, no matter the population, if there isn't interest in something, nobody's gonna turn up. And I have noticed in the past seasons, I don't really know why, but old Mr. Stick ain't been getting a lot of love. So... I am somewhat surprised that he is still hosting, because I think for the past couple of seasons, really, at least I haven't really closely followed it, but the numbers are going back up Assassin and checking 22 for like 3 series doesn't make it fully true. I mean, they're still going up. And I mean, I would argue for the... I mean, of course we don't have anything in that Monday slot to base it off. But if I were to compare Phil's series to, say, mine last season in the Javelins, we struggled to get a grid basically every week. But I think pretty much all the race... Apart from that one race... where there was only me, Phil, and Mattia who turned up, we still had pretty reasonable attendance for such a quirky car on like such an unconventional time slot. So I don't know. As I said, we haven't hit some kind of golden goose and the bump isn't massive. And it's only really existing because of the time of year. But then again, part of the slump was caused by the time of year, so... You know. The big tanking drop-off on like the last 2 weeks on the last season was pretty obvious. That it was, well, at least now, it's pretty obvious that was due to holidays. Of course, the numbers were still sort of declining naturally, but yeah, now they seem to be going up. Not to mention the weekend races never got any participation. Now the fact that they're getting, or last season at least, now that they're getting some it's a good thing. Yeah, looks like everyone's back this week. I think I saw, like, last time I checked, there was like 8 people or so already signed up for the Corvette afterwards, so I think we could have 2 reasonably sized grids tonight. It's good to see. Good to see. Community service. Yeah. Broadcast from the community system again. You, Michael, Alex, are the actual streaming every week, every season. It's hard to say if that's necessarily... I don't know. Without doing, like, proper, like, sort of dive into it, it is hard to say if that is just coincidence, or... Excuse me. Or if it is, like, an actual thing. I mean... Because I would say half the people who show up to the races, I have never heard of in my life before, and probably don't even watch the stream. And probably don't even know that I am... They probably don't even know I'm the host of the race, you know? They see the name on the thing, and they see me in the race, and they probably don't put the connection together. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But, like, there obviously is a thing where, you know, a lot of people do show up here, and they do talk, and they do, you know, they follow me to some extent. And so, obviously, there's naturally going to be some degree of populace there already, even if it's only like 5-6 people, from people who sort of follow me and what I do. And I guess that then would encourage more people to join, because people see, oh, there's actually people signed up for this race. I'm gonna sign up too. Because you're more likely to sign up to something that has people already signed up to it. Oh, fucking hell, excuse me. Than something that has nobody signed up to it. You know, that's just how things are. But it is hard to necessarily say how much of that is because we stream the races. Ooh. A pretty fun combo, though. I don't think I've ever raced the Caterham here, but it works. And what doesn't work at Croft? Raced some massive, big, beefy cars here, like the DTMs before, and that was still quite fun. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. And as I said, you know, even if only like 5 or 6 people sign up to the race because it's my race, that's still gonna have a knock-on effect, because people are gonna see 5 or 6 people registered, and they're gonna be like, ooh, okay, maybe I should get in on this. So that is pretty undeniable. But without really testing it, there is no concrete proof that that is the sole reason why we get participation and other people don't. You know? Or other people don't get as much. Brakes are a bit sketch. What is the time even? Oh, okay, it's basically race time. I think I go and add 1 tier. I think that should be pretty much good. I really haven't been paying attention to the setup stuff. We have a setup. The car seems to drive okay. So I'm just gonna roll with it. Should also switch this to live chat. I had it on bloody top, which is bad. Because I want to see all the... Oh, fuck you, Assetto Corsa. God damn it. I want to see all the messages, not just some. It seemed like it was showing all the messages anyway, so it's not the end of the world. What others in our house could thanks to the top 5 section, bump up numbers with as a YouTube channel. You see that there's top 5 videos. Yeah. I mean, that's ultimately down to them, though, I guess. Down to them how much they want to pedal their races. If I'm sold on the idea, then... Or if I think it sounds like an interesting series, then I probably make an effort to show up. At least once, but, yeah. I mean, even if people asked me to, like, shout out their SRS series, I really wouldn't be against it either. You know, more exposure to the platform is a good thing for me. Because it probably helps drive more people into my stuff as well. So... But also, you know, if I want to run those series and nobody's going to show up, then could promote them. That Mad Formula Team Evo car, though, whew, it's a wild thing. I've been kind of wanting to drive that car for, like, ages in, like, a proper racing scenario. But boy, do I suck at it. It is so damn twitchy. Due to, like, the short wheelbase and the really, like, sensitive steering. Of course, because in real life it's built around, you know, swerving around, like, these really tight, twisty tracks. But it's been a fun car to grapple with. I've spun in at least twice, I think, in just about every race, but been a fun car to learn the ropes of. He used to do hot lap videos for each rounds for the races, I guess. While he's on summer break or something, because while it's been Kevin streaming, never reached stream. So stream nowadays. Yeah, that is something that happens. Albeit, speaking of the devil, he is right behind me on track right now. So, I don't know. Definitely want to try cranking this brake power up, though. I have it too low. I think I wanted lesser braking at Saxon Ring. But, I want more here. Big brake. But yeah. Yeah, no, having good interactivity of your chat, especially as a small streamer, is very important. When you're a fucking big streamer, you don't have to give a shit. People keep flooding in and chatting rubbish. Speaking of the devil, did I summon? Yeah. Maybe. He hath been summoned to dominate this race and make us all look like chumps. Albeit maybe Mateus got a bit bored from winning everything, and he's like, hey, I need some competition. Are you free, Riley? Please. Help. Ugh. I'm hoping to just have fun here, though I'm not expected to be very competitive. Never been that competitive in this car, I don't think. But it's Croft, so maybe. Maybe there's a bit of an upturn possible. We'll have to see. Yeah, I do think two of the biggest pitfalls for smaller streamers in terms of, like, keeping an audience is not responding to chat quick enough, and also, I would actually say not talking in a lot of them actually kind of kills it as well. I don't think people are willing to stay around as much. Unless you're doing something impressive and cool. I don't think people are going to be as willing to stick around if you're not just running your mouth every 5 minutes. Which hopefully I can keep up for all of this. We'll see how things pan out. Guess good idea mid-session to take a drink. Oh. I mean, yeah, empty chat's not going to help. But, you know, it's not chat's job to get the ball rolling. It's the streamer's job to get the ball rolling with the chat. And then once you get the ball rolling with the chat, job's a good one. I'm not sure where Gustavo's going to go. I guess he's going to let me through. I'm clear of him. Good. To make sure. Oh, he's binned it, I think. Rip. If nobody's there to begin with. I mean, I always just assume nobody's watching when I first start the stream, so I just, you know, I give it a couple of minutes. Well, I guess it's a bit wrong, because there's usually always one chat message before the stream starts these days, but, you know, even when there is... oh, fucking hell. I'll still start the stream in the same way, pretty much. Yeah, I can't see accurate view counts whilst I'm streaming, and well, I don't really know if I really want to. Yeah, I would have just talked to myself for 20 minutes. It's fine. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that, don't you worry. But, you know, you're not entirely wrong either. You know, without anyone in chat, it is harder to talk about things because, you know, obviously, you've just got to keep finding things and finding things and finding things and finding things. Whereas, you know, chat sometimes brings topics to you, things you can talk about, things to discuss upon. Even if it is something pretty primitive, I should brake later for this corner. I'm braking way too early. You know, I'm just going to back off out of this. I don't think this lap's worth it. I'm gonna... No, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna stay wide here, I guess, and let Yari go through. Can be done, but everyone... Yeah. Chat alone for an hour or two. Yeah, that... I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, I mean, that's why I didn't really do it much to begin with. Well, you know, I never really did it frequently until now, you know. Because I never really thought that I would get an audience. What was the point of me sitting there for an hour talking to myself? You know, because while I can do it, I don't want to do it. Especially given, you know, I have a lot of friends on Discord that I could talk to. Well, I say a lot. I have friends on Discord I can talk to. You know, and I could just do that instead. Rather than sitting here shouting into an empty void. But, so you're not wrong on that front. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is just awful for discoverability. I rarely touch Twitch at all, actually, even these days. But then again, I don't really watch any dedicated live streamers, really, these days anymore. It's only really if, like, a friend or someone is streaming something, I'll tune in and be like, sup. But most of the time, I'm just too involved in my own stuff to really bother watching live streams and whatnot. Was it only good enough for 11th? Oh, that's not good. It's a terrible lap then. I'll read that comment in a minute. And I actually see if I can... Okay, straight might be good enough. Must be nice. Last time I had chat on Discord that was not connected to the media community was months ago. I'm not sure anybody might hit me up to watch North 24. I mean, that's nice. Of course, it was months ago, but yeah, it's nice that it happens. Oh, I almost followed Yari going off into the abyss then. But I mean, if it is just typing text out and stuff, you know. I'm active in a few, or somewhat active in a few different communities for different things, so, you know, even if I'm not, like, chatting, using my voice, I'm usually typing some gibberish out to someone. If not, then just playing video games on my own. So I don't mind. But I think in some ways I do find actually playing multiplayer with like, or like playing cooperatively with other people actually in some regards is kind of restricting in a way. That like, one of the beautiful things about like playing on your own is that you can just do what you want when you want, but when you are playing with others, you kind of are at the mercy of what they do and don't want to do. And to be honest, I'm, you know, that goes both ways, you know. I'm at mercy as to what they want, but they're at mercy as to what I want. If I don't want to do something, I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to do it. And if they don't want to do something, they're going to be like, no, they don't want to do it. And, you know, it's fair enough. Gotta work around it. But also sometimes I do really meaningless and stupid stuff in video games that, like, would be completely pointless dragging anyone into. So I just do it on my own, because it's like, eh. Whatever. Oh, I almost said go all. It is getting pretty toasty, so I'm going to turn the fan on and point it downwards. It's not going to bloody dry out my throat even more than it already is. Take another final swig. And hope we survive turn 1. Oh, don't worry, Fred. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. What was it? What vehicle was it we were driving last time at Croft? I don't remember. Why am I welcome? What? I'm confused. Does the chat fail to update again? Ooh! We lived! Lots of understeer though. We did Radical at Croft with Mooney. No, it wasn't what I was thinking about. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I no longer sound like I'm at 0.75 speed. Okay, that's good to hear. My throat still feels that way. Oh, there's a pile-up happening. Oh, fuck. I guess that was inevitable. Oh well. We gained spots. So we got a few guys from the Hee group in tonight. So I see James is behind as well. I think Gabrielle races with them maybe as well. Not sure. I'm just going to hook it really wide on this final hairpin though. Serve the penalty. There you go. Oh my god. Wildly Danny up my inside. What doesn't work at Croft AC's on the fuck's sake. You're not wrong, you're not wrong. Oh, Lucas has fucked it. Do you know I tried to avoid the bonk, you would have escaped the penalty. Yeah, but getting in the bonk probably would have been worse than taking the penalty, so meh. There's race 2 as well. There's 2 races here, so we're good. But yeah, no. Back to what I was originally trying to say. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I remember doing a race here, not a couple of months back, with like a pretty decent grid. And we somehow all survived turn 1. Like, 2 abreast. It was ridiculous, and we somehow made no contact with anyone. I can't remember for that. It's really annoying me now. I can't remember what car it was. It might have been one of my seasons. Oh, actually, no. No, it wasn't a big grid. Sorry. I think it was the Javelin, wasn't it? Was it the Javelin? Might have been the Javelin. I don't know if I can remember. I remember I raced something at Crofter where we were like super tight through turn 1. And somehow none of us touched. I'm starting to think it was the Javelin, though. Pretty heavily leaning on that. Can't know for sure. You're right, can't know for sure, but I'd rather have a clean car and serve a penalty than a damaged car. Penalty is predictable, damage is not. That radical race at with Mooney at oh, accidentally. What was I doing? I had an absolute drunk moment there. Hoping Lucas isn't gonna force it. No, he's not. I went up to 3rd and I just immediately went up to 4th. That wasn't a gear problem. That was just me double shifting. Brain failure, that's what that was. Nothing else to it, really. My brain was just like, ah, you're upshifting again. But yeah, that radical race was pretty fun. That car was quite saucy around there. Might have been more enjoyable had I not have run away with it so much, but it was still fun. Oh, I wobbled. Daniel and Alexia fighting. See what we can do here. Lexi's on the brakes pretty hard. They hosted anything on AC since I ended up. I don't think so. I'm still in the Discord, I'm pretty certain, but I haven't kept up with it at all. Yeah, this track is really bumpy, and that car is really damn stiff, so I'm not surprised, really. I think Lucas is going for a dive bomb here, so, no, he didn't. We're sort of floundering all over the place on the exit here. Fucking hell. Got Mattia right up behind as well. However, he's going to get tangled with Lucas here, so that's going to save my ass a bit. I got very deep on the brakes. So that worked. I think I have the pace here to get past these two. I just gotta find the right moment. And that's proven to be harder than I thought. Come on, Alexei. He keeps braking at the wrong times. You know what? I'm gonna push him. Try and push him. Oh, they've touched. Lucas has gotten up my inside. I'm gonna let him take in that easily. Okay, I have to lift a little bit. But he's gonna have to lift even more through here as me and Alexei go way off the road. I'm right alongside Danny. Lift off and then dive on the brakes. Try and find a way through. I haven't. Mattia's attacking Lucas again though. Oh, somebody's died up here. Is that for position? No, it's not. It's Gustavo. It's facing the wrong way, but he got out of the way. Not a problem for us. We live on. Danny's opened the door, but it is a very tight one. Holy shit. I don't know how I squeezed my car in there. Whoa, I think I turned across Lucas there. I really can't see him, though. He was, like, right above blind spot. I remember postponing on other communities because they couldn't host themselves. Yeah, I think their numbers dwindled out so much that they just ended up pretty much gave up doing it themselves and just shifted into other communities. I think Raptor did the same for the Dirt Rally League. I don't know though, I haven't booted up Dirt Rally 2 in ages. I haven't played a rally game in ages, actually, which is kind of a shame, and I think a lot of people just got penalties, so that's spicy. Radar better than Proxy Arrow? Yes, it is, but I'm too lazy to get a radar app, so... I also don't really like staring at the radar too much. Oh, oh, Jesus fucking wept. I think he's just killed Lucas. Matteo was lagging out real bad there. It's unlucky for both of them. It was a huge F. Riley going off and getting a penalty, it looks like. He doesn't seem to be having a great run at it either. I thought he'd be doing a lot better. So no radar better than radar/arrows. I mean, yeah, like 90% of the time, what I have right now is fine enough. If anything, I blame chat for being in the way and blocking the arrow. You guys should just shoot. No, I put the chat in a silly. Well, to be honest, no matter where I put the chat, it's gonna block something. I actually can't really see the track map either, because the chat blocks it. But I don't really need the track map, so, eh. I mean, you guys can't see the pedal inputs, I don't think. But you don't really need to see those, so... But the kind of ethos of this HUD layout that I've been running for like years now was basically to keep the dashboard and like main window pane of the cars as clean as possible. I didn't want anything in the middle here. Oh, in like the bottom middle or in the middle. I wanted the car dashboard to be fully visible, or as visible as could be, and as much of like horizontal window space open as could be. That was kind of the goal with this. That's why all the stuff's at the top or at the bottom. And there's that big gap in the bottom middle where the dashboard sits for the car. Yeah, well, you're on the left side for me. And in a bigger window. That's why I said I can't actually see the track. Well, I can kind of see the track map. But you are mostly covering. It seems like James has gotten himself a penalty. Riley had to go for avoiding action there as I get a big wobble. Maybe the dash feels will win. I can, though. I'm reading it right now. But I'm more reading the lights. I like having the dashboard visible. It's more useful on some cars than it is others, obviously, but and he gets a big slide on. Just lifting through there. Oh, he's gone wide. It'd be hard to find overtaking spots in this blooming car without just absolutely freaking sending it on someone. As Riley is closing down on my behind. I gotta be careful of my mirrors. Oh, he's gonna slop way more than I was expecting him to here. Very bold man. And he made it work. Gabrielle seems to have run into some difficulties. He has actually worked his way up into 5th, pretty impressively. Which means that if he holds that spot, he'll be in reverse grip pole. He's going to block the comment. I already have an app to tell you speed. The time will be displayed at the top anyways. Yeah, I mean, I just like reading it off the car instruments. I don't really see anything wrong with that. I hardly ever look at the UI apps. They're just there in case I do need them. Most of the time, I'm just looking at the car or the track. Well, mostly the track, but sometimes the car. Yeah. And I keep the wheel on because I think it looks better for the live stream. You can actually see what I'm doing with the wheel. Oh, they're touching. I think Danny really got the brunt end of that. A bit of a questionable move there. Bit of the old spice on the replay. Yikes. Well, it's only 12 minutes, so yeah, they are pretty quick races. Ooh. We got another one to go. P7, I will take it. Oof, yeah, Mateo's race was completely obliterated by that incident. Lucas made a pretty decent recovery from that off, but I think he also I don't know. Chaotic race. That's for sure. Spicy way to open the live stream. Ugh, need to take more drinks. I think the only real thing I think there's really anything I could change on the setup here. I think my main goal for next race is to just drive fucking better. I ain't driving good. That's... Got no other excuse than that, really. I just simply ain't driving good in this car. I guess quickly... No, actually, I don't have enough time. I disagree. I think I could have done better. I floundered too many times. I made some silly gear changes. Brake weirdly into corners. I don't know. I think in general I was just driving kind of like shit last time. Oh, because of the bonk avoidance. I type it at the dead, but AC Typetto Corsa. I guess it maybe be Typetto Corsa? I don't know. I don't speak Italian. Oh, Gustavo jump started. No. He's in the pits. Oh. I couldn't see his name, but he jump started as well. Portuguese man. Unfortunate for him as well. Gabriel going very bold at the start here. Very bold. And is that going to pay off for him? I don't know, but Lucas is following. There's a big gaggle of cars, and they're crashing. Well, I'm not surprised, I'll be honest. Given the way Gabriel was flying up the order there at the start, I'm really not surprised that ended the way it did. I am really not. I don't really know why I've gone up the inside of Mateus, but I have. Or gone up the outside, should I say. I was never really going to be on there, but nothing to lose. I'll make sure Danny doesn't get ahead of me, though. I don't want to be stuck behind him again for another race. Gonna be lots of checking up here. See what I can do here. Pretty comfortable to stay in 6th place as it currently stands, but I mean, if moving forward is an option, I will gladly take it. Let's Phil and Yari get into a bit of juiciness. Whilst Mateus is looking for a way through. I think this could end in tears though soon, if these aren't careful. I'm going to stay in 2nd gear through here. Not quite sure. Yeah, Danny really got a shit exit there. Second gear did seem to be the play. Speaking of the poll that I put out yesterday, though, I was locking up. I was pretty surprised to see RPG be very competitive there. I mean, yeah, you can argue that technically any modern game is an RPG, but I feel like people maybe would have been more willing to put something else. But I guess when you're limited to 4 choices, it is kind of hard, really. I guess, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield are out at the moment. But I've just been wrapped up in my own bubble land of played 20-year-old video games, so, yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about those. Oops. Phil getting a big wobble. I have fucked this. Oh, God. That was pretty scary. I was like, shit, I'm going straight for that tire wall. Somehow I avoided absolutely dying. And I will gladly live. Oh, did Phil get a penalty there? He was quite wide. I saw he kicked up a bit of dust. That could be spicy. Battle for... oh, excuse me. Battle for 5th place might be on here. Just for the sports image, I wasn't really sure what to put there, so I found some really shit. I found some image from some really scuffed, like, mobile football game. I was like, yeah, that'll do. I just looked up football game on Google and just found, like, the first picture that would do the trick. All the other ones, I looked up a specific game, and I was like... Right, I tried to find an image from a specific game. That one was just random-ass football game. I was really running over the edge of second gear there. Maybe should have stayed in third. Seems like Phil got away without any penalty, though. He's still about a second up the road. Those three up ahead are getting into a bit of a salsa there. Could send sparks flying. Who knows? Oh, as a lapped car gets in the way. Ain't they all the same? What? Is that something I said? Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. My brain's running between, like, 20 different places. Oh, it sounds like Matteo got killed. Rip. I saw him post what the fuck in the chat. I have a couple of juicy replays to review here, aka no room for any runs at Laguna Seca, not that I was going to do any anyways. So full bore death for next race. Post up quite nicely on Phil though, we got 4. Oh, the plastic. Oh yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. From what I could gather, this game was basically bootleg mobile FIFA, so... But I was like trying to think of sports games that I'd played. I was like, you know, sports games are still pretty popular, at least FIFA is. And maybe NBA. And I was like, shit, I think the last sports game I played was a fucking golf game. And I feel like if I put that, people probably won't... People will probably be like, why you put golf? I have to be there like, Be surprised? Yeah. No, yeah, golf is... It's got its following. I was absolutely shit in that golf game I played, though. Absolutely terrible. I couldn't get the precision right with, couldn't quite get the precision right with the stick. Major skill issue. There's no excusing that. But, yeah, no. I just, like, flick the stick and the ball would just go right, and it's like, oh, okay, well. Twitch, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, a lot of racing drivers are into golf. Sim racing is also one of the hobbies that you have to blow shitloads of money into. What's a sport that people with lots of money like to do? Ah, that's right, golf. Not saying that everyone who does sim racing has a lot of money, but you know, it can very easily become a money pit if you want it to. And I mean, hey, if you want to virtually be a racing driver, why not virtually play golf as well to complete the experience? Maybe I could have put a screenshot from the scrapped footage from the Q Golf from road trip in there. It's like, yes, golf with rocket-powered Lotus. That wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. The shoes, I'm a little bit more surprised. Because I would have thought the soles on the shoes might have been a bit too thick. But I don't know. I don't really know what specific shoes golf people wear. So, the gloves, I'm really not surprised. You want to keep a firm grip of the club, as you're giving it a pretty hard swing. So they're designed to be pretty grippy when thrown around, and pretty lightweight as well. Wonder if I can maybe do something here. Gotta take a bit of... The fill is very wide. Well, they're both out wide here. Bill's cutting up to the inside, it looks. Is he gonna take the plunge? He is. Alexi outbrakes himself and puts a wheel on the grass. To a side-by-side. He's going to give it up for Phil. I'm going to take the gap as well. And we're side-by-side coming down through here. Lexi's going to have the advantage through this corner, but I'm going to have the advantage on him into the next one. And that puts me up into P5. Nice. Phil misses the apex. Got one more lap to go. Alexi has fallen off a little bit with that exit. He's not going to have slipstream on me, but I am going to get a little bit of slipstream on Phil. This is it, the last lap. Phil goes very wide, but that's not going to give me enough room to quite make the overtake stick. Oh, that was a risky line from both of us. I know you can get a penalty from running that corner too tight. I've done it before. We both avoided it, though. Just gotta push him into going too hard somewhere, whilst also not going too hard myself like I almost did. Alexi is closing up. So this is where things are probably gonna get interesting. Block off Alexi here. Yellow flag up ahead. Not quite sure what for though. Maybe a penalty. I think Yari's got enough of a lead for it not to really bother him too much. Gotta try. Not quite gonna get it, I don't think. Phil gets big sideways. Oh, there's contact and he's around. Unlucky for Phil, but I think he just goosed up too hard out of there. Wait, that's both races where it's ended near me in mildly controversial spins. Yeah, he lost a lot of ground from that. That's a fun one, though. Definitely drove a lot better this time than last time. Still pretty slow, but it's better. More competitive, more racy, more consistent. So, can't be too mad. Ugh, lots of sauce to go through, though. Oh, yeah, it was a bit of a mess. No, I only have the second race, I think. Oh, well. Damn it. I would have thought there was such a long gap between the races. I would have thought it would have... It's so inconsistent. Sometimes it saves both races, other times it just decides it's not going to. And I'm basically at the whim of AC as to what it wants to do. No, we weren't anywhere close to the size limit. I have the size limit maxed, so... Yeah, I saw those crazy lags. It was like right in front of me. I think Lucas got a bit of a hit from it. I'm not sure. 'Cause he seemed to go off after that, but yeah, actually, yeah, for the start, we're gonna ride on board with... I've gone the wrong way. No, I haven't. I'm pretty certain I know exactly how this was triggered. Gabriel here gets a great start. And he is on a mission. Oh, see, around the outside here, he's going for it. And then yeah. He goes in, gives a nudge to Riley there, and then gets into him again somehow. And that triggers all of this chaos. Sends loads of cars spinning. Just being too aggressive on the start, really. You go past the limit by just Control plus click into it and type the number in. I have mine set to 2x the limit. I mean, as I said, size limit was not the problem. We were way under the size limit. I will keep that in mind for if I do any longer races in the future. Because, like, I know Thermalito last year, I wasn't able to save that replay. I had to wait for DDF to upload it. I only had, like, the last half of the race, I think, on my end. Yeah, pretty stable opening, though, for me. I avoided the carnage. Kept my nose clean. Didn't do anything too risky. Yeah, I think... Yeah, Danny tried up the inside, but he just... Yeah, just lost it coming on the exit. I don't think much happened for me. Phil gets thought to the back of this train. Where is the moment when... Ah, here we go. Obviously, we got the lead group here. Matias just passed Gustavo. 8 inks in race 2. Oh. Yeah, and he... Oh. Okay, yeah, the leaders catch up to him. He kind of just turns across Alexei and then goes off onto the grass and spins. And he's fully... What is he doing? He just gets fully on the throttle. What? What? My brain. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Why? Oh, and it keeps going. I don't know what he was thinking. Ah. What in the actual... So that's... You killed. Slow this shit down. Has Kostya killed. Lucas with a penalty at least. James killed. Gabriel was forced off the track as well. He kills James again. Oh, is James gonna kill Gabriel? Oh, not quite. Oh, he just avoids that. And you two get... Whoa. Yeah. There's a pretty meaty whack. And then... He doesn't think at any point during this time. Look, he doesn't think at any point during all of this to hold the brakes. Never once does he touch the brake pedal. No brakes, no brakes. He actually uses a little bit of throttle, which pushes the car even more onto the racing line. So then both Danny and Hanu get killed as well. Maybe won't get... I mean, I think they have a pretty common surname, but... I don't know. I think if you do something that mind-numbingly stupid, I don't care who you are. If my brother did that and I was like the owner of SRS, I'd be like, nah, bro. You're getting a fucking suspension still. Or I'd go there and fucking beat his ass. Be like, you stupid fuck. Don't do that again. Okay, maybe that's a little violent. Yeah, things start getting pretty saucy up here, though. A little bit of battling going on. Oh, that's so tragic for everyone involved. It's just like half the rest of the field, pretty much. Ridiculous. If he doesn't get protested, I will be surprised. I mean, I could, but, I mean, I feel like other people probably already will, so... I don't know if I'll bother. Because it wasn't necessarily my incident. But we'll see. Yeah, this went on for pretty much till the end. I was able to weasel a gap here on Alexei. Get up his inside well enough. To then be able to take the position into here. And then held it into the hairpin. And just kept sort of working on Phil. Just keeping that pressure up. Alexei actually started to close back in here. I was worried he was going to try and challenge me into this corner. So I see him like eyeing up the inside, so I make sure I cover that off. And don't give him a chance. And then I just try and like see if I can find some kind of an opening on Phil. Try and do the same thing again, but I'm further back, so it doesn't quite work out. I'm just hoping that I can push him into going wide for one of these turns. And if we slow it down here, he locks up a little bit, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep a really tight line. I'm jumping on the brakes here. Make sure I don't touch him. But I'm trying to make sure I can get on the power. He's already sliding. He's sliding. Because I think he's just goosing it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think any of that was my fault. Because he sort of, you know, had he have kept the car straight, or kept the car stable, Yeah, he lost it and started veering back across. So that's unfortunate, but you always blame this. Of course you fucking do. Ah, well, there you go. I just want to clear up many of my own guilt. Well, no, that was good fun, though. Shame it had to end that way. We could have had a pretty epic run to the line, but yeah. These cars are real hard to get. Real hard to keep the grip. Especially when you, like, want to just... When you want to just punch it. The car goes no, and then that happens, and it's like, oh. I think I get a little sideways. Yeah, because I kind of goose it up as well. Yeah, I'm definitely sliding a little bit. Wow. AC netcode moment, though. I don't think we... I think this is another case where the cars don't... Oh, no, we do. Never mind. It's just when at full speed we weren't... It looked like we didn't quite touch. But no. Could imagine that gave you a penalty as well, which is the extra kicker, I think, in all of that. It's like, you're already hurting enough because you've gone off here. Like, you've completely spun, but then croft, so penalty. Fuck you. I want to see what happened. I'm curious as to what happened at the end of race 1, though. That one seemed a little more on the nose as to who was maybe at fault. Between, I forget who, I think it was Riley and Danny. But I don't have that replay, so it's... Ah. Fucking stupid-ass game. Alright, 15 registered for Laguna. Can we crash less times than an Indy car? Probably not. Probably not. But why not? We'll give it a shot. As my voice continues to slowly disintegrate. Can take a look at the full results afterwards. We don't have time for that now. Because it's pretty much race time. Funny little bit of irony. Maybe not irony. But a funny little detail I've noticed. So both Michael... I'm referencing the real-life IndyCar race. It was the season finale at Laguna Seca this weekend, and oh boy! I think they had like 10 or 11 cautions. And pretty much all of them were caused for stupid and avoidable incidents. I mean, yeah, sure, you could send it over. I could take a look later on. Maybe not on stream, but might just take a peek afterwards. The curiosity. But, yeah. Awesome. Thanks. But, yeah, no, it was a bloodbath. They had so many stupid crashes. Like, they were trying to palm it off on, like, oh, the track's been repaved, so it's like, there's no grip offline, and it's like, okay, that's true, but... Oops. I say as I drive off track. They gotta say, just keep the car on the fucking track. Because, like, say, like, here, the car's trying to do... They were trying to make overtakes up into here. Which already, I feel like, is kind of a risky and silly place to make overtakes. But, yeah, on top of that, because of the repave, there was no grip on the inside there. They were just dive-bombing up the inside and then spinning out and collecting whoever was on the inside. And it's like, what are you doing? That happened like 2 or 3 times.
Skins are ready. Press the restart button.
Wow, it worked. I don't know why it never does anything for the first race. So weird. Which... Oh, right. Good point. Shows you how much I look at the HUD. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I accidentally pressed the button to restart session. You just got blue screen of death? Oh no! Tonight's really not going well for you, is it? But alright, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, unlucky day. Funny little... Oh, looking up. Couldn't handle Ricardo. Yeah, funny little detail I noticed. So both me and Michael are running a GTE championship. And the funny thing about that is that in Michael's championship, I'm doing really well and he's struggling. In my own championship, I'm struggling and he's doing really well. Bit ironic, isn't it? I guess it's the curse of the host. Ooh. I think that championship run, though, is pretty much all but over, unless I get extremely lucky. Which could happen. I'm only where I am because I got really lucky, but... Can't join the Corvette races. I suffer enough in the Porsche. I'd say... I was about to say, I would say the Corvette is easier to drive than the Porsche, but here I am struggling more in the Corvette than I was in the Porsche. Albeit, I guess in some regards, maybe default setup isn't helping. Whoops. But oh well, I'm lazy for these races, so I just make them fixed. Yeah. But I'm doing like I'm actually having a really good run, even though I don't think I'm gonna win the championship. By my standards, that's a very solid run against the sort of competition that I've been up against. You know, I've been pretty happy with my performances there. In this C7R championship, though, no, I've blown away basically every chance I've gotten at a good result. We're turning that one to dominate. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward to Motorsport in general because I love Motorsport, but I guess next week is Hakarapakwa. Trying to remember where I put. Yeah, I think it's round 5 here, and then we do the short layer on round 6. Oh, excuse me. For the Caterhams. Oh, I need a drink. It's gonna pull into the. You know, hitting that cone was, in hindsight, a big mistake. And it's lucky I didn't just, like, scoop my car and go flying. And let me quickly leave and rejoin, because SRS Skins app actually did something. Whilst we do that, I'm gonna take a fucking drink. No, they really haven't been. It's basically just been hang on and survive. Yeah. It's tricky to say. Whether or not I think those two tracks are necessarily... Whether those tracks are necessarily suitable for those cars.
Skins check, nothing new, carry on.
Thank you, Mr. Enrique. I keep You know, every time we go to Bikoneki, I always seem to be in some big fast car. I don't think I've... Actually, no, I lied. We raced it in the Skoda 130 when we did the Ring of Skill. But every time we've done the quote-unquote... Or every time I've raced the quote-unquote high-speed ring, as they call it, every time, it's been in a car that's way too big and way too fast for that layout. Maybe called the high-speed ring, but it's still some sketchy track in the middle of, like, I think Latvia? Latvian forest? Somewhere out there. But it's in the middle of some forest somewhere, basically, with, like, barely any regards to safety or anything. And any sniff of the edge of the track will basically kill you. I don't know what we're waiting for here. Trooper TCR is a good fit for the high-speed layout. Well, I think you know my answer to that, so I'm not going to say anything. Blame Rob. Passing the buck, are you? Oh, he chose the whole thing? Okay. Went to the one Bikoneki after I tried to give it some rum, gave too much rum. This is his baby. Hang on, let me see if I can do something about this hanging. Ugh. That's right. It's not then, whatever. Is it gone on yet? Let's see if it will work. No admin? Crap. Probably I'm locking the server. Oh. You not been able... Well, it says you're not connected, so I don't know. Since it says I'm in. It doesn't say you're in on my end.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry on.
In CM it says that you're inside. Oh, okay. Try rejoining maybe, and that might do it. I can force... I can try and force it, but I want to make sure I get the command right. I thought I could just log into the server. Oh, no available slots. Huh. Weird. Let me just look up something real quick. Okay, to set with the strike. Okay, so I'm gonna have to quickly blank the game. Hope I typed this in right. Okay. Worked, I think. Can't... Ah, fuck's sakes. Yeah, Mateo has well and truly stalled the server. Oh, there we go. Freed. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I might have done it. Oh, and I might have to... It doesn't... No, okay, it doesn't show what I typed in. That's good. You know, I was hoping I could do it. I was hoping if I typed the admin password in when I joined the server, it would just work, and I could then just do it. But apparently that's not how it works, so I had to go in the type in the command in the chat box. So obviously don't want to be showing the stream to whilst I type that in to give away the admin password. Well, I guess if anything, a slight stroke of luck for you. You still get the full sessions. At least in theory. Uh-oh. It's the man, the myth, the legend again. Oh, I want to win. You know, every time I see sketchy back markers in these sort of like competitive platforms, I almost have to question why? Why bother? Like what? I don't... Like, what makes these people think that this is the right place for them whilst sim racing? I guess maybe because these platforms are some of the most talked about things on Sims for online racing. Excuse me. And that's maybe what gravitates people towards them, even newbies, but I don't know. I just feel like it feels a bit pointless to sign up to something when you're clearly not ready for. Because you only, especially in racing, you only just end up being a hazard for everyone else. Whether intentionally or not. Chances are old mate E-Boy last race just didn't know any better than what he did. Which is understandable, but should these people really be on these platforms? I don't think so. I don't know, I feel like if he was trolling it would be more blatant. It did just seem like genuine negligence. Like, it seemed like he just didn't really know what he was doing, rather than intentionally wrecking a bunch of people. I mean, that is true, but even with splits doing what splits do, I personally don't believe these people should be joining these platforms. And I think... I don't know. I think that's a personal decision. Oh, well, we got away with that. I'll take it. But, you know, like, that's a personal thing. It's not like something that I'm losing the words here. But, like, you know, I might have joined iRacing maybe a little prematurely. Well, I think I definitely did join it a bit prematurely, but I think, you know, the SRS, I was kind of hesitant to jump into SRS at first, given that I wasn't confident that my skills were up to a level that would be satisfactory for a platform like SRS. You know, and I made sure that when I committed to it, I was at a level where I felt I could race somewhat competently. Didn't have to be the quickest person alive, but I could race competently without being a hazard to literally everyone around me. You know? Again, yeah, most people don't care about the race. I don't really care about the rating either. But I still don't want to join a race to be a hazard for everyone around and near me, because what's the fucking point? If I'm going to join a race and just spin 50 times, there's not really much of a point in me being here. So when I see people join these sessions and do that, you do have... I don't know, it makes me question why they bother. I don't know, I think you could get a pretty good idea. If you can't control the car around the track, you're gonna be a hazard. I would have never have... I guess maybe naivety and ignorance is kind of what fuels that. You don't know any better, so you think, I'm good enough. And then you jump onto the platform and then just be a hazard. I don't know. That's just a personal thought of mine. I mean, you're not wrong about the gatekeeping. I'm not really a fan of gatekeeping, but I also... It's tough. I don't think people who are just dangerous should be on a platform. And... I have no fucking clue what's going on up here. Car park. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna pull off here. I don't care. Go and get another run in. Go back to the pits, take some fuel out. And that'll probably be enough. I mean, nah. Hard. Because, I mean, one thing I don't like is I remember, I don't know if they do it for R Factor 2, but I know in ACC, LFM has like a... oh, excuse me. LFM has like a test you have to pass or something like that, where you have to complete... Bloody hell. Elio Castroneves me. Whew. Spitting ID doesn't seem to achieve anything. I knew you were gonna go there. But I mean, like, from what I've heard, LFM on ACC pushes you to drive at like a certain lap time or something like that. And there's some other things you've got to do or something, but from what I've seen, that doesn't help diddly fucking squat either, because they're still full of people doing stupid shit and wrecking left, right, and center. Also, just because you're slow, it doesn't, you know... Oh my god, what the hell is going on? Okay, I think at this point he probably is just trolling. Do you think Enrique would be too bad if I, maybe gave this man the boot? think I can do that. Yeah, LFM lobbies often look like public lobbies. Yeah, exactly. That's why I never really understood the gatekeeping by speed, because speed isn't a determining factor of whether or not you're a good driver. Hot lap divas exist for a reason. I mean, look at RaceRoom. When RaceRoom changed the ranking system, yes, it is the same, it seems. He's out causing havoc again. But yeah, no, the RaceRoom, when they changed the ranking system to put a bigger weight on the reputation of the drivers, you saw a lot of really fast people were not getting into the competitive servers. Oh, I fucked up. Actually had a pretty decent lap improvement on there. I've ballsed it all up. L. I was too busy chatting shit. That looks things I might not have been on for a lap anyways. Don't know how much fuel I need though. Actually didn't read the room funny. I'm gonna be the guy. I have to ask how much fuel. I don't know. I don't know what tires either. Seems to be mostly softs. Across the grid. Yeah, mostly softs. If nobody gives me an answer, I'm just gonna have to click 56. Alright, well, I should be good. Yeah, I should be good. See where I can go from here. But yeah, no, yeah, with RaceRoom putting a much heavier emphasis on rep, yeah, a lot of really fast guys just didn't make top split or broadcast server. Which was kind of fucking amusing, because it proved that they were all just dirty buggers. They were fast, but they couldn't race for shit. Which meant that people were able to get into broadcast server who were, like, way slower than everyone else, but purely because they were clean and respectful drivers. Nothing more to it than that. Fill up me chuff. He's not gonna let me get away with that easily. Well, it was a pretty nice exit out of there. We have a run on Alexi. Not gonna have any room to really do anything here, though. I don't think so. It's gonna bide it and try and play my cards right. Michael is behind, surprisingly. But yeah, that's why I've never really been interested in sim racing esports as well. Like, some people have suggested to me that I should go and give these more serious competitions a shot. But I just kind of saw, oh my god, I fucked it. Oh. Rip. God damn it. I hate these modern GT cars sometimes. Quick clear? Nope. Fuck's sakes, man. It's like what I was describing to you yesterday. These cars are so damn fucking dependent on shitty aero grip. I hate the balance of modern GT cars. Never... Like, it's ironic. You could give me... But this car is designed to be driven by 50-year-old men, and I have a harder time having driving it fast, and I do a fire-breathing monster that's designed to kill people. I guess these cars are just more... Oh my god, he's spinning. These cars are just more built around a cleaner, more boring driving style, I guess. It just doesn't really fit how I like to do things. You're supposed to drive like a placid, old, boring fart. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the difficulty. I do feel like... This is kind of a complaint I've held for a while, but I do feel like a lot of modern gamers are too competitive for their own good. I feel like everything has to be turned into a competition these days. And, you know, in some regards, healthy competition is great. Having a little bit of a competition between friends is a great way to push you to achieve goals. And give you motivation to do things and stuff. You know, I was playing this a game a few months back, and I couldn't be bothered to play through, like, the story again on, like, another character so I could do some things. And a friend was like, alright, what if we just race the story, speed run it? Casual speed run. See who can beat it quicker. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm game. It was just a really dumb little competition that meant nothing, but it was fun. But I feel like when you play a lot of games, people just take things way too seriously, and it's like, ugh, please. Oh yeah, right. That little bit of runoff into turn 1 is very deceptive because it's covered in dust. And you could see it off of Yan as he was going through there. He was spraying up dust everywhere. And so you're like, oh, I got a little bit of room. But then you go on it and you're like, oh no, there's actually no grip here. I think I can't tell, but I think the car might be slightly... actually, no, I think it's fine. I was trying to tell if it felt slightly crooked or not. Oh my god, again? You know what? Already on 3. I think I want to change the brake bias. It's not liking me. It's 62. Commentated on races a lot of communities is... Make that in a second. Oh, he's gone. Oh, keep it. Hey, he kept it. Yeah. That almost could have been disastrous. Kumasato style. Oh, Phil's gone off into the gravel a little bit. SRS didn't care. SCB appreciating SGP races felt a bit salty at times. I think SRS not caring doesn't surprise me. SCB, I think it makes more sense because, you know, SCB is a reasonably small community. Things are actually going to be a lot more friendly and appreciative on communities. I mean, heck, they convinced me to put over 100 hours into Race Run. I don't think I would have done that any other day were it not for a community that I thought was pretty good. In SGP, I guess SGP is more revolving around communities than, say, SRS is. But yeah, it is definitely a very competitive platform still, so that salt is gonna linger. He's off in the gravel again. Phil's not having a good time. It didn't help that I murdered him, but you know. Based on checks, there are people who don't want to race when it feels too competitive. Well, there are people who don't want to race, it feels too enough, and races feel too competitive even if it's meant to be casual. I mean, I do kind of get that feeling. whenever I get pushed, or when I enter a casual race, and then someone joins and starts pushing me into tryharding, I then start feeling like, I don't really like this anymore. Like, I like to push in every race I do, but there's sort of a balance, really, you know. You can push and not go to, like, 110%, you know. Give it, like, 98, 99%. That's sort of my comfortable ground. Or I'm ringing the car for its beans, but I'm not pushing the envelope as to what I could do. I mean, SRS I do maybe try a bit harder because of obviously the level of competition and the fact that it is a bit more of a competitive platform. But other races I really couldn't give two hoots. On the flip side, though, because it just reminded me of something that happened in some of the R Factor 2 races, I also feel like it's... I like to stick out races that I join. I mean, I've made this point before. But I also feel like it's very disrespectful when you sort of, like, just quit a race that you're leading, like, halfway through because it wasn't competitive enough. Like, at that point, that's when you start throwing yourself handicaps to make it fun, you know? Or setting yourself... moving the goalpost. But I feel like leaving and being like, oh, well, nobody was really giving me a challenge, so I'm just gonna fuck off. It's like... I don't know, it feels like you're just slapping everyone in the face. Especially in a community race, you know. People come together for just a fun bit of racing, and then you turn around and do that, and it's like, really? Really? Ooh, 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 ooh. No, that wasn't really gonna work. Like, especially in a community once, you're not really gonna... not gonna really get yourself much kudos for that. To leave the AC races and SCB because you were the faster of all those who showed up. Did I say that? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever really said that exactly, but I never quite feel fully comfortable turning up to a race and pummeling people into the ground. I will run the full race, but it never feels all that great, you know. Especially when it happens on a consistent basis. I mean, that's kind of been happening in the R Factor 2 side lately. There are a few people who can... Oh, right, I think that was the first race, wasn't it? I felt like I felt like I'd sort of just crushed everyone, and I was like, I don't know. I felt a bit... I know, yeah, this kind of links into the point that I'm discussing now. I never really feel that comfortable absolutely crushing races. You know, I'm not going to make it easy for people and give them wins, but... at the same time, it's like... when I'm running away with like a... oh. What? Okay. That was weird. Sure. Thanks, Alexi, I guess. Oh, I'm really not sure what happened there. He just gave me the place. He really didn't have to. Unless he thinks that we were going to fight too much. I don't know. Very weird. But, oh, I've locked it, I've locked it, I've locked it. Got it stopped. Just about. Whew. We're good. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I said. I never really feel fully comfortable absolutely dominating races, especially in community stuff. I mean, if it's in something like SRS, I wouldn't really be bothered too much, but the likelihood of that happening is so slim that, like, it's not really something I ever think about. But, you know, like, as I was saying, I've been kind of sweeping things up in the R-Factor 2 side of things lately. I haven't won everything, but probably won 90% of the races in the last, like, 3-4 months. And there have been some fun races, but at the same time it does, I don't know. I like doing the races, but it doesn't really feel fair for everyone else. So I never really quite know where to really sit. But I also don't practice for the races until the day. And so it's impossible for me to really judge where I'm gonna be until the day comes. I always just go in expecting I'm gonna be slow. Slow as shit. You know, I see some people set some crazy fast lap times on the server. I'm like, damn, that's just quick. And then I get on and it's like, oh, okay, well. But I feel kind of bad doing that. You want to ship for RF2 first, even being buggy. Well, that was more semantics, really. I didn't want to buy R-Factor 2. That was more the problem there. I didn't want to buy RF2, but I also didn't want to take a free copy, because it's like, if I wanted the game, I would buy it. Because, I mean, I have the buying power too, so why take the opportunity away from someone who would need it more than I do, you know? Because obviously Gav had those 2 free codes to give away. You know, it's like, I don't mind spending a bit of money here and there, but when I was like, oh, back to 2's £25, I was like, yeah, no. But in the end, the IndyCar was a bit too tempting of an offer to resist. It looked pretty fun, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I mean, the IndyCar series was a lot. Oh, Michael's bullsed it. Oh, oh. Tuck it behind him. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna push it in here. Oh, he's losing it again. Phil seems to be struggling. Oh my god, I almost ran into the back of him. I might have just squeaked. Bloody Michael! What are you doing? That's a server 4 plus people. Safe to say nobody really wanted it. I mean, yeah, but you never know. I don't know. At the end of the day, it cost me like £6 to do that IndyCar series, because it was like, there was obviously that £2 deal for the game. Oh, that might have been a little bit of contact. You know, I don't think this guy is trolling. I think he's just that. Oh, Phil, no! Did he? No, he's still there. Okay, he was just in my blind spot. I was like, no, if he'd retired, that would have been tragic. I'd say all three of us haven't had that good of a race. But I almost feel bad, because I feel like I triggered that to go downhill for all three of us. Meaning I'm the one who's having the best one, because I've fucked up big time. And I've now clawed back all that time that I've lost. Really. And I'm about to beat both the people that I murdered. Well, Michael's a little way down the road, but let's see. I'm gonna try and catch him still. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, Gav did say that he actually struggled to get rid of the second one. I can't remember who took the first one, but I know the second one, he only got rid of it recently. To someone who didn't even race with us in the end. Funny how that works, huh? But, I don't think he really cared. I think he just wanted to get rid of him. He had them sat around for so long. Go get that Michael bastard. Oh, wasn't really. Yeah, yeah. You can't predict some of these things, and I'd rather someone who actually would, who was in more of a need for it. Like, my excuse for taking that would be, I don't want to spend £25. I could, but I don't want to. I don't know. I don't feel like that's necessarily... Like, if there were a shitload of free copies, then yeah, but there was only 2, so it was like, eh. I feel like if I'd taken it and someone else had then come along and was like, oh, but I actually kind of wanted it. And it was like, well, sod's law, Sonny Jim. Oh, it's going to be close, I think. Crack under pressure. I think he just gave that one up. Maybe not, maybe not. He's still there. Oh, he's got the better run. Oh. He's cracking. Phil's closed in too, so I gotta be careful. Ooh, big wobble. It's not gonna help me. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong on that front. But I was more... I guess we did... Oh, we've cut off into the gravel. Phil's gonna get a good run here. I shouldn't have followed Michael there. Followed him a bit too much. I'd be able to get Phil back though if we're lucky. No. Unless he fucked up this last corner. I guess my original point before I sort of derailed myself completely was that I never really was never really heavily opposed to R-Factor 2, necessarily. Obviously, the whole broken stigma was always there, but I was never heavily opposed to it. It was just that I didn't really see what benefit it would give to me over AC. Ugh. It's like, who the hell is this, like, green Discord? No PFP sending me a message. And I was like, oh wait, it's Hanu. But obviously with bloody streamer mode enabled, it covers up people's names. Well, it shows just like the first letter, but it doesn't really give you much. But yeah, no, like with the R-Factor 2 stuff, I mean, we got a good little community going, so I'm pretty fine with what we got. I think it's pretty fun. It has its issues, obviously, but I don't take it very seriously, so. Gonna ask for the Corvette replay. Oh no. Yeah, for some reason I followed you, yeah. I don't know why I did that. Sorry again for the start, though. I just fucked that up. Big time. So dumb. I had a pretty good start. And then I was like, I'm just gonna bottle it in the first corner, like a moron. I don't even know what I did, really. I think I just locked the rear axle or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, look, I get into the corner, and I just... Whoop, rear end goes. Do I lock the rear axle? I don't know. I do something stupid, and that causes the rear end of the car to just kill me. And then you see Phil, he didn't have anywhere to go, so... And then you obviously had nowhere to go either, so... Yeah, well, it was all on me. I just fucked it up completely, like an idiot. Oh! Alexi is Moses. Moses, look at this. The C parts. Through he goes. Yeah, it was inexcusably my fault, so I made sure that everyone had gone. Gonna have to wait for our Max as well. I think he been... Where does he lose it? He loses it somewhere here. Oh, it's here, yeah. Oh, he gets sideways. Yeah, cheers, Alexi. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, oh, that was a bit of a close one. I kept it tight enough to avoid him. Plan for after the race? Not sure. I was originally going to put up a poll, but I never really got a chance to put up that poll. Was it Artem? Oh, did they have the same livery? I guess that wouldn't surprise me. Let me check. It was Artem. Fuck. My bad. I guess, yeah. Team livery. So he's 48. Where's Alexi? Alexi was here, right? Yeah, he's 72. Okay. Okay, yeah, he was ahead. And Artem was behind, yeah. Yeah, there was a few very sketchy moments, yeah. Especially with our old back Marcarino friend. Not as deadly this time, but I think everyone was a bit more wary. I then caught up to Jan. I think Jan bottles it at the corkscrew. Let's see. Yep. And his car just doesn't turn right on him. Is he actually turning right, I wonder? Or is he still going? He's going left, he's going left. He straightened the wheel up and he's got... Oh, yeah, no. He was turning right, but the car's like, nah, I'm still gonna go left. Oh, I hate when that happens at the corkscrew. Then... There's Gustavo. I already gone past? Oh no, Michael's ahead. Okay, I think. Yeah. Did we get past Artem? I don't know. I don't think I saw him. I guess he might have gotten past Michael and then run away. I'm forgetting. Oh no. Yeah, we caught him. Oh, then it would have been him who let me by. Why did he let me by? I really don't know. One of life's greatest mysteries. Well, yeah, I think here, is it? Yeah, he just keeps going straight. And I'm like, huh? He couldn't have gotten a penalty, because otherwise he would have been disqualified. So he just lets me go. Team radio. Caught penalty, it was Monster. Fair enough. Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like nobody should ever just let me through. Unless the rules state so, or you're like a lap down or so. I mean, I think even lapped cars, they don't have to let me through. You know. Unless the rules state you have to, I don't think anyone has to let me through. And so, every time someone does, I'm like, you really didn't need to. Who knows, maybe he saw my double murder on you and Phil at the start and was like, nope, I'm not racing that guy. He's dangerous. I wouldn't blame him. Oh, I was so dumb. I don't know why I did that. Okay, then I guess that was you serving your penalty. Almost drove into the back of you there. Let's Gustavo again. How did you end up back ahead of me? Did I fuck up someone? Oh, right. Yeah. Oops. Michael now Moses. Probably should have gone left, but I was thinking he'd probably want to go. I thought he was probably... Well, if he was going to go anyway, he was going to go that way. Oh, no! Who's that coming into the pits behind? Oh, it's our friend. He goes on in. He doesn't make the corner. Not enough... Oh, wait, it looks like... Hang on. Look at that. Look at the wheel input. He turns it, like, pretty dedicated turn. And it stops about there. He doesn't go any more than that. I think he hit his max wheel rotation. And he just... Because he'd come in at too shallow of an angle, he just couldn't get the turn he needed, and bonk. Into tut wall. Unlucky. Check for Honda badges. This is... on a Chevrolet, that'd be sacrilege. And Michael got it all right here. How did I end up behind you two again? I forget. I did something. Oh, right, yeah, I followed you off into the gravel. Yeah, just that little lick was enough. Oh. And it gave Phil a really good run. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to challenge that. I'd be like the biggest idiot alive to challenge someone into the corkscrew. So, I'm not gonna. And then it was basically just seeing if a window opened in the last couple of corners. It didn't. And so I just was like, gotta settle for this. Yeah. Close up Aceto for now. And I will bring up the old results so we can take a look at those. Maybe a little more incident filled than I would have liked tonight, but it was still fun racing. Shame both my races tonight had to end in some kind of a scuffle with Phil. Or had to involve some kind of a scuffle with Phil. Not really what I want. Well, I don't really want to get into scuffles with anyone, let alone the same person. So, not much I can really do about it now, though. Done. Alright, okay, we got these up. Let me actually bring them up. There we go. Julio. So, Caterham Race 1. Mateus wins over Yari, Phil, Mattia in 4th. Alexi in 5th. Here comes R2D2, fuck's sakes. Yeah, Riley in 6th after that interesting finish. Myself in 7th, Lucas in 8th, James in 9th, Gabrielle in 10th, Hanu 11th, Danny 12th, Kostya 13th, Bruno in 14th, Nuno 15th, Matteo in 16th after the unfortunate game freeze, and Gustavo down in 17th. Pretty chaotic stack. Obviously, you can see Matteo is running 2nd at the time, all the way down to 16th. Oh, hate to see it. Very jumbled fortunes in this race for everyone. What about incidents? How many did I get? 1? I'm okay with that. 4 for Riley, though. Oof. 3 for Mattia. Up in the air, look. Race 2, on the other hand, though. Mattia takes the win. I think he started on the front row because he finished 4th, so he obviously then just ran away from it and commanded from there. Mattia starting 5th, had his work cut out for him. Followed by Yari in 3rd, myself in 4th, Alexi in 5th. I didn't know that was that high up. Guess I was. I'm happy. It's good and pretty decent. Better than I expected. Gabrielle in 7th, Matteo recovering into 8th, James in 9th. 8th is actually pretty decent after all the issues Matteo was involved in that race. That's pretty good. Very up and down race for him. Phil in 10th, unfortunately, after that contact on the final corner. Riley 11th. Pretty unlucky run for him in the second race. 12th for Danny, 13th for Hanu, 14th for Kostya, 15th for Bruno, 16th for Nuno, and 17th for Gustavo. 11 incident points. Ouch. For Gustavo. 6 for Riley, 6 for James, 8 for Matteo, as he mentioned, 7 for Gabrielle, 8 for Lucas as well. Me and Alexi both got 1, I think, and then the top 3 all got 0. Bruno and Nuno also got 0. But pretty messy in the midfield. Not really by their own fault, most of them. Because there were those 2 huge pile-ups. Hate to see it. I'm gonna guess the position chart is gonna look pretty... Actually, that looks more tame than I'd expect. It's actually more tame than race 1. Which is interesting. way more incidents yet. Somehow more stable racing. Ugh. Excuse me. Overall championship, though. Mateus continues to extend his stranglehold on the series. Yari in second place, almost 40 points back. Mattia only 10 points back off of Yari, so he could snag second place, which would be a pretty decent feat from starting, or for not qualifying for any of these races. Phil in fourth place, a ways off. And then it's Alexei in fifth. Pretty close to Phil. He could bring that back in his favor. And then there's me in sixth with 690. Nice. Almost. Quite a ways off. We'll see what we can do. And then Hanu is the last. Oh no, not quite last. The full-time runners. There's Kostya as well. 640 and 632 for those two respectively. Pretty close between those two, so it'd be interesting to see how that swings for those two in the final two rounds. And the rest of all any part-time runners. In the Corvette, Matteo takes another win over Lucas in second, Alexei third, Eric in fourth. Pretty solid outing for him. Is that his first SRS race? I've never seen him before. Let's see. A little bit of snooping. Ninth. That's his ninth race. Not too bad. 3.2. I don't really know what races he's done. That does seem a little high. But, I mean, hey, that was a very solid outing. Clean outing as well. Michael, then in fifth. Phil in sixth. Myself in seventh. Had to go and piss that down the drain for myself on several occasions. And also ruined Michael and Phil's races slightly. So not really the way I wanted to run that race, but is what it is. Oh, excuse me. Artem in 8th, Max in 9th, Jan in 10th, Nuno in 11th, Sven in 12th, Gustavo in 13th, and Rafael and Mikhail did not turn up to the race. Gustavo with 10 incident points though, sheesh. Pretty clean across the board besides that. 2 there, a 3 for Max, a 3 for Phil as well, but mostly clean. A little bit of chaos there at the start, but otherwise it was a relatively stable race. For the championship... oh, excuse me. Michael has a nice cushion over Alexei. He can't be too confident, but he's got a respectable cushion over Alexei going into the last 2 rounds at Acura Rapagua and Mosport. Phil is in 3rd place on 360, a little ways off of Alexei, but he might be able to close him down. I am in 4th, only 1 point behind Phil, so like a challenge for 3rd here maybe. And Artem, last of the full-time runners, in 5th, 19 points back off of me, so it will be a little hard to close that gap, I feel, unless I get incredibly unlucky, but crazier things have happened, so we'll see. Matteo in 6th obviously missed the first round at Road America, probably because he was on holiday, but he's won every round since, so it's a little bit of a shame that he's not going to be able to lift the trophy at the end of it, but that's the luck of the draw. Can't make it to every round, you ain't going to win the championship. But that is that. Gone through all the races. My throat is barely intact. After all of that. It's just about hanging on in there. But, oof. I'm not really sure what to do now. Not really something I put too much planning into. Oh yes, actually, I do have the race 1 replay, so we can take a quick look at that, actually. I did download that, I think. I did. I think I can just... Yeah, I can. Awesome. Alright. Hopefully this just works. Oh, there we go. Hey, we're in. This is race 1. Not really sure what I want to look at here necessarily, apart from the ending. But I guess we can step through it. I don't really remember what happened in race 1 too much. I think from my perspective it was mostly uneventful, but if anyone has any moments they want to shout out about, now is the time to do so. Pretty clean start from me again. Not as strong. Oh yeah, what the hell happened here? Okay, so Mattia flies up the inside of Riley. Riley goes. Oh. Come on. I was a bit too optimistic. The door was just about open, but that's nowhere near enough to think, ah yes, I'm gonna shove my car down the inside. And honestly, if they touch, they both lose the rear, tries to correct it, touch again, and then touch again. And that then obviously begins to trigger off a chain reaction. Lucas is blindsided by Yari, has nowhere to go, straight into the back. That sends Mattia spinning even more, as well as Lucas spinning. This is where I get a penalty. Running off the track here, yep. Does anyone else get tangled up in this? I think luckily not. But that was a bit of a stupid move. Like, lap 1's not really the place to be making such high risk moves. And I think he found that lesson out the hard way. What's this back here going off, though? It's Bruno. He was way off. I guess he maybe panicked because he thought he was going to hit Nuno. I'd served the penalty here, yeah, so I lost a lot of ground. And, yeah, Lucas just misses the corner here, I think. Yeah, outbreaks himself. Away he goes. Oh, Hanu almost in the back of him there. Cost you into the... Oh, that's rough. Into the tire wall. Pretty light hit, but not where you want to be. Let's see. As we roll on down here. Yeah, I'm looking back at the race 1 replay that Hanu sent. And I've already seen one very sketchy incident. Yeah, we pretty much parked it up here. We're battling pretty tight, I think. Danny was being the Great Wall. Couldn't get past him. Okay. Haven't seen the Matteo lag yet. I don't quite remember when that happens. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, I was just Lucas taking maybe a bit... I think we checked up. Did I check up? Oh yeah, I did, yeah. I jumped on the brakes. There just wasn't enough space, and yeah, I think that spooked Lucas. Was this where we had a little touch? Maybe. I really did that corner terribly. No, we didn't touch. Okay, maybe it wasn't this lap. That was a really bad run through that corner for me, though. Yeesh. These two were getting into it pretty well. Yeah, I tried to give Alexi a little bit of a push here. It didn't really work. That made us 2 by 2. Been making your stream loop sending replay, so I might get more spotlights. Well, given that you want to send the, you want me to send the Corvette replay, is that also a hint that I'm gonna have to start preparing a defamation suit? What's this farming sim music? It is. It's one of the songs from the Enthusia Professional Racing soundtrack. Pretty certain I set this to shuffle, but it's got like 3 Enthusia songs in a row. 4, actually. Useless. Skip forward, though. That's better. Yes, yeah, it was on me. I just turned in across him. That was me being dumb, but I paid the price for that, so. I think that was nothing really wrong there. Oh, here's the Mateo lag. Yeah, holy shit. Let's watch that from his POV. Yeah, okay. It's already died. Oh. More variety that way. Oh, yep. Absolutely clobbered Lucas there. But down a little bit, but yeah, Lucas went straight through him. That's what sent Lucas spearing off into the gravel. Oh, that's not good. Oh my god, look at those wheels. They've given up. Yeah, he's trying to turn. The car ain't having none of it. Oh no. That is so well and truly fucked. It's a miracle he is getting any drive out of that thing. It's just like full one way or full the other. Peak drift car steering we've got going on here. Man limped it all the way back to the pits, damn. And I think he then found out this is glitch damage and not, yeah, not actual damage. Therefore, there is no fixing it. He's just kind of limping around with it. I'm surprised he didn't just... I guess it was the end of the race then. Okay. Yeah, I felt like he should have. That was Lucas, though. I wanna... Lucas. Gee, I guess if we backtrack on Mateo... There you go. I mean, even through the normal option, he could have just stopped somewhere and gone back to pits. Look at that. Oh. Very good reactions from Lucas there to avoid the tires and spinning back onto the track violently. Because he could have, if he would have let this roll, he probably would have spun back onto the track. He also would have gone straight into the tire wall, but he collects it up. Doesn't join. It's a little sketchy, but you know, he didn't really have much choice there. So, fair play to him. He did pretty commendably. He would have, yeah, but meh. I mean, that's why the CSP one is kind of controversial, really, because you can just warp to the pits and negate any damage and problems. Let's see, Danny's losing it. Danny collects it. But Riley just dumps it. Not a great showing from him. Not a great showing. Expected maybe a little bit more. I mean, yeah, you could argue this was a racing incident, but that one at the start, I don't know what he was thinking there. Like this, yeah, it's the last lap. You're both trying to get the most power down out of the last corner as you can. Shit happens. But where is that again? Where is it? Like, Mattia sends one on him, but like, he lets it happen. And then he's like, this is a gap that I should take. And then the inevitable happens. They crash. It's like, and then causes a big pileup. It's like, come on, man. Was that really worth doing? Well, it wasn't. It answered itself immediately, but like, I don't know. I would have thought a man of his caliber would have maybe have been the wiser of the judgment on that one and been like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone for that move. I don't know. Hard to say. But it did feel highly unnecessary. I had to restart his lap either way. Yeah, but did you not just see what I had on screen there? Like, there is no way of putting that. That was a stupid move. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that move wasn't on. No matter what angle you look at it, it was a pretty dumb move. Protest-worthy? Probably not, but it was boneheaded. It was the typical fast guy sees tiniest sliver of a gap and just goes for it. Without thinking of the repercussions, and, well, it ended predictably. Killed himself, Mattia, and a couple others in the process. So yeah, I think if you do something silly like that, I think you should be called up on it, you know? You've done something silly. You know? Phil has every right to Phil and Michael have every right to curse me for spinning right in front of them in the Corvette race. It was a stupid move. I simply just fucked up the corner. Lost control of my car, which is something that someone of my level shouldn't be doing. I should be in control of my car at all times. I wasn't. I fucked up. Plain and simple. No. But I'm saying it just was a bit unnecessary. I'm not I'm not ripping this guy to shreds. I'm just saying it was unnecessary. I don't see anything wrong in that. I don't know, it just seemed like a move that was born out of desperation, but in a scenario where no desperation was really warranted, so... I don't know, I don't know what else you really want me to say on it. Let's... It happened. I thought it was stupid, so I said it was stupid. That's all there really is to it. But, I also have no fucking clue what to do. I was taking a quick little peruse on the Lift for Speed mod page to see if there was anything interesting on there. Spoiler alert, there isn't, otherwise I would be booting Live for Speed right now. But, I don't know. Maybe it might not be a terrible idea to just stop and just let my voice rest up a bit more. I don't fucking know. Depends. If anyone's got any suggestions, they can throw it my way. But, yeah, other than that, I ain't got shit. Thing here either. Oof. Yeah. And I end up. Not the cleanest night of racing. Could have gone a lot better, I think. But eh. I guess it is the crux as well of bigger fields. Bigger fields are great, but it always brings more chaos and destruction with it. This is kind of just the unfortunate byproduct that gets spawned. Because, I mean, well, I think the 8-6 championship was probably one of the ones they did with the biggest participation all around, and, well... Wouldn't you know, it was the series where we had the most driving standards problems. So it does kind of suck. No, but it's bigger than it has been. It was 18 people. I don't think I've seen a grid of 18 people in a while. So, you know. Well, I guess technically 17. It said 18 on the server, but obviously SRS TV is 1. But I mean, yeah, that was... there should have theoretically have been 18. Or 17, sorry. But I mean, no matter how many people are in the race, you're never going to see the full width of them anyways. Unless you're a mad lad who does like a last to first challenge or some crazy shit. Or you're an even bigger mad lad and lap the whole field. You know. Relative a dark font on black background. Was it dark font? Oh, I guess maybe with YouTube compression and stuff, it probably is quite hard to read. I guess that wouldn't surprise me too much. Because, I mean, it's crystal clear for me, but I'm looking at it in, like, you know, 1080p on a nice big screen. So, it's pretty easy for me to read. But yeah, I guess on a live stream, it probably isn't as easy to read. Given not only it would be smaller, but also shit like YouTube compression and the likes. Because that loves to absolutely gobble tiny details on the screen. Yeah, it's as I said, it's a general positive to see that the numbers are crawling back up again. That was kind of the worry, was that the numbers obviously plummeted during summer, because summer, but there was kind of a worry there that maybe the numbers were not gonna go back up, and then we would have had a big problem on our hands. But, you know, they rightfully seem to be going back up. How high they get, I don't know. But, it's good to see more people getting involved again. It's definitely a fact. It's raced a month ago in Norrisring, 29 cars. I can imagine that would be chaos. Would be very juicy though. Actually, don't think I've ever done a I don't think I've ever... Actually, no, that's a lie. I have done an online race. In, at Norrisring. I didn't think I had, but I have. So I lie. Albeit it was with a pretty small field, so... wasn't as fun as it maybe could have been. I would love to, I think it'd be pretty funny to do it in, like, a much bigger field. That's what I wanted to say. Because that would be very spicy. Obviously, as you said. It'd probably also be a big crash fest, but, you know. Have to... I have to do it to find out. Yeah, SRS list does have Norrisring, yeah. It just never really gets picked. Boot up with AI, it's not quite the same. If AI could give the same experience that I get playing with others, then I would just play with AI. better than nothing? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, no, I have raced the AI around Norris Ring a few times. Back in the day, when I used to do a lot more AI racing. I obviously don't really do much anymore, so yeah, I don't really do much, so it is what it is. Actually, we actually rerun. Oh, I say rerun. Wait, over in SCB actually last week we did R-Factor 2 race. There was actually a mirror, in a sense, of one of the earliest SRS races that I'd done. So it's actually pretty cool to do it again, and in a different sim. AI often gives me better racing than online fields. Fair enough. For me, though, I just raced them out too much, and they kind of become predictable. I mean, in some ways, humans are predictable as well, but they're a lot less predictable than AI. It's not even just that; it's their behaviors. They could match my pace. And it still just wouldn't quite... I mean, some tracks they do match my pace. Some tracks they are even faster than me, but... It's more because I'm shit. Those tracks. And the AI lines are actually good for some of them. But, like, I can... Yeah, it's like in Live for Speed. Racing the AI there is funny because it's just chaos. But, like, at the same time, it does suck a little bit because I've learned that I race them differently to how I would race anyone because I know there are very specific things that could trigger very specific AI behaviors, and so I try and avoid that. For example, you'll very rarely see me actually really hard squeeze an AI in Live for Speed, because I know if I do that, they just hammer the brakes. I don't really want that. So I kind of just, like, leave the door open for them, and I don't really tend to force them too much. I guess I can show this off quickly. Bring this up. Hopefully R-Factor 2 is just going to want to show. Is it? Wait. This is a pretty fun race, though. BTCCs. Little community race. BTCCs at Goodwood. I ran the... This was actually one of my first ever SRS races. Or one of my very early SRS races. God, that klaxon was loud. That got me. Fuck. I don't know why it's focusing on Anthony. I should be focusing on me. But, it seems to just be focusing on random people. Or it can't keep up. Either or. Oh, yep, somebody dying back there. But, you know, we, yeah, it was the second round of James's BTCC Championship, which was the first full SRS Championship I competed in. It was actually my first podium in SRS as well. Well, it was my first race in top split and my first podium. Because I was second in a BMW 1-2. Ah, yeah, that would... Yeah, I remember that being a thing. Yeah, forgotten about that. Yeah. Makes sense. But, yeah. There were only 2 rear-wheel drive options, so it had to be the BMW. For all time's sake. Even though I don't usually pick BMWs because I don't really like them that much, but... Also, the other rear-wheel drive option was the Sierra, and I wasn't... Sierra felt a bit out of place in this class. Funny thing, though, actually, because this car... the way it sits, it was actually bottoming... You see there, the sparks. It was bottoming out constantly. Any news on James? I don't know. He seems to be doing fine and well. But, Oh yeah, I went off a little bit there. Oops. I had a massive spin later on in this race as well. Because I was just pushing too hard to chase lap times. Because I was trying to break a 17. But, yeah, no, James, as far as I'm aware, he's doing alright. He just hasn't gotten back on the... back into streaming yet. Which is fair enough. I don't remember when his last video was. I don't think it was that long ago. A couple of weeks at most. But yeah, I don't really know exactly what he's cooking. But obviously what he ends up deciding to do, that's down to him. Yeah, he's been drip feeding the Civic content, but I mean, why not? It's something that he said he was going to do for quite a while. So it's good to see it get done. Did you already mention his Discord and Instagram that it was already finished? Yeah. Okay, these cars are so much fun though. These old BTCCs. Way more fun than the modern set in R-Factor 2. Albeit it is a shame that in both sets, the rear-wheel drive options are quite limited. I personally, I haven't driven any of the modern BTCC front-wheel drives, but these old BTCC front-wheel drives, I think I probably hate these the most out of all the front-wheel drives I've driven. I mean, I don't remember the Primera being awfully bad, but I remember that VRC pack. God. Never want to touch that again with a 10-foot pole. I think the only reason I bothered downloading the update was that, I don't remember why, actually. I don't know. I know I did shoot myself in the foot for trying to stick it out with the Mondeo for as long as I did. But even the other cars, they were better. They weren't as bad as the Mondeo. But they just didn't interest me enough to want to keep going. Because that was the thing. I did give up on the Mondeo. That's why I ended up giving up on the series. I was like, this car's just shit. I hate driving it. You know, I did Road Atlanta. I did laps around Road Atlanta, I think, in the other two cars. Because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna turn up for any other round, it's gonna be Road Atlanta. Because I love Road Atlanta. Love that track. And if it was any track that was gonna swing my opinion on those cars, it would have been Road Atlanta. It could have been. I still have no clue how that happened, but that was hilarious to watch. But yeah, I did do a bit of practice running in solo. God, look all the sparks into there. Whew. And yeah, in the end, I just wasn't really vibing with it enough. It was better in the other two cars. I think I was leaning more into the Honda than the Vauxhall, if I was going to pick either of the two. But in the end, I was like, I'm not really gelling with either of them. Yeah, I just kind of hit play on the replay and left it idling. So let's see. Oh, it's going to do the... Oh, it's doing the bloody thing. Hang on. There you go. Get on board with Anthony. Nope, it's gonna do that again. Fuck you. I don't know what it was like in the front-wheel drives, but this track definitely seemed to suit the BMW. Both in AC and here. Because I think we finished... Actually, no, I think Jeff finished second here in the Peugeot. This time around. But it was a 1-2 in the first race. And, I mean, I won both races pretty handedly in the BMW. And in the AC race, it was the one race that a BMW won. Oh, no! But I guess that explains why he didn't get second. Oops. Yeah, shit. Oh! There's a Sierra going in the wall. I think that was Goose. He wasn't having a great time. Well, he was having fun, but he were not doing the best of jobs at keeping the car pointing the right way. But yeah, no. Sierra Crossroad. He's now on his own, so I guess I kind of... Oh, I can click up here. Nice. Where's Scott? I guess he died? Oh, yeah. Wow. I guess he gets the first corner really wrong. Oh, he does. Oh, no. Oh, no stopping. Oh, and a wheel went. Oh, that was a huge hit. A bit of Sierra action. But, yeah. R-Factor 2 in general, it still has too many problems. Oh, excuse me. For me to have literally any interest in playing it outside of these Wednesday races. I'm not even joking. These Wednesday races are literally the only time I play R-Factor 2. I don't touch it. But that's a lie. I do touch it sometimes outside of these races, but I only really boot it up to make sure that I have the content installed, and I have it installed properly, and that I can join the server. I don't actually do any driving. And, you know, yeah, because I've tried doing single-player R-Factor 2, but it's just a fucking mess. Even without the AI, it just feels off. Yeah. So I don't know. I just let Gav do all the legwork and getting things set up properly. And he seems to, you know, credit where credit's due, gets it sorted. Doesn't ask for a penny from us, so I can't complain. Watched Racing Vic's video the other day, still Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, to be honest, when did that come out, actually? I was gonna say, oh, it didn't release that long ago. But I feel like you were gonna then probably retort and be like, oh yeah, it came out like 2 years ago. And I was gonna be like, oh, 6 months ago. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, yeah, 6 months isn't a massive deal of time to really shake the boat. But yeah, nah. That video, I think, is gonna be still very accurate for many years to come. Which is sad, but it is what it is. That being said, I'm very I think my opinions on the EA Sports WRC have gone from negative to conflicted. I read into some of the stuff they posted up on their website. And it seems like they had some interesting details on there. You know, actually, I could probably bring it up. I didn't want to do that. I'd probably bring it up and we'd probably talk about them. Probably more interesting than watching cars poodle around in R-Factor 2. So I think there are some interesting things. We can definitely discuss. But yeah, my first impressions of it was like, wow, this looks shit, but actually reading up on it, I'm very hesitant, and I still think this game is going to have a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with. Oh, excuse me. But, I don't... They've done some interesting things. I immediately want to point out, this slogan is horrible. Whoever come up with it is... They really had no ideas, did they? Like, come on. A 6-year-old could probably come up with a better slogan than this. Yeah, so here we go. Immediately, with an interesting feature. Oh, I've opened the calculator. I didn't want to do that. So as you can see here, the builder mode. I don't think we can expand into the sound. Just trying to... I think if I go here... Yeah. So... They're gonna have... I'm hoping this isn't gonna be a half-assed system, but it probably will be. It seems like they're gonna be making or they're introducing a system where you can build your own rally car, which is something that I was kind of hoping that we would actually see in the Formula 1 games, but never really happened. Where, you know, like, doing upgrades and stuff would actually give the cars different aerodynamic components. But it seems like, you know, the Formula 1 car never changed, so... You know, these cars all look generic as fuck, but maybe these will be... There'll be a bit more to it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see until they reveal more. I don't know. They put the... I think they put something about the livery. I don't know. Maybe. It might just be a livery editor. But I don't know. It feels kind of weird to make these NPC-ass looking cars to then just allow you to slap a livery on them. That feels a little redundant to me. Is that something Dirt 4 allowed you to do? I don't know. I never played Dirt 4. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was just wholesale lifted from Dirt 4. Would fit the mantra. And I mean, also, they probably get away with it because nobody remembers Dirt 4. Then you have the obvious one. You can have sponsors select presets and tweak colors. Okay. I'm thinking, though, with the way they're presenting this, there's going to be some loose elements of visual customization. I don't expect it to be like Need for Speed level customization, but I think there's going to be probably some light visual customization on the actual, like, car body itself. At least I'm hoping. We'll have to wait and see, but, you know. This one's pretty obvious, obviously. Replicating real-world events and stuff. They've been doing this in the Formula 1 games for years, so it's no surprise they would put it in WRC. This means nothing. They always say this, and... ciao. Immersive as well, this means nothing. Just PR rubbish. The interesting note here, actually, is that they say WRC, WRC2, and Junior WRC from the 2023 season. Now, this is interesting because Junior WRC and WRC3 are two different things. Junior WRC is definitely the one that sort of gets more, more push behind it. But, yeah, WRC3 is a separate thing. Yeah, the Ford Fiesta. However, there was a news story that broke a while ago saying that Renault... Yeah, it's not surprising to see the Junior WRC car, but what I was going to get at was that there was news breaking that Renault were building a WRC3 car based upon the Clio, I think. One of their hatchback cars, I don't know. Most likely the Clio. But if they're only doing Junior WRC, then that means it's just going to be the Fiesta, and the Clio is just not gonna exist, I guess. Maybe as DLC later, yeah. I mean, I don't think the Clio fully exists yet either in real life, so... But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we'd seen a car in the game before we saw it in real life. And I mean, heck, wouldn't it be the first time we've seen something in a Codemasters game that appeared in the games before real life? I remember shitting on their Silverstone version for years about the silly bridge they had over the start-finish line. And what happened? I go and see the track in like 2022, I stand there, I look up, I see the bridge over the Formula 1 start line, and I'm like, fuck, they were right all along. They just obviously had early access to the plans to build the hotel. I don't know, maybe the hotel got delayed or something. But, yeah, they've been in the games years before they actually finished it in real life. Yeah, it's good to see that historic vehicles are coming back, the 70 historic vehicles. Because, I mean, obviously, in the Formula 1 side of things, they just dump them all. Yeah, I know. But my point was that I didn't think the bridge was real. And so I was, like, wondering why the fuck they'd bothered adding in a bridge. Like, of all things they could have added to the track. And then I went to the track after they'd finished it. Because I'd been to the track before they'd finished it. And obviously there was no bridge there. But after they'd finished it, I then went to the track and saw the bridge. And I was like, shit. The bridge is real. Former WRC locations is a good thing to see as well. It means that, well, hopefully, it means they're not gonna pull a Dirt Rally 2, but they're most definitely gonna pull a Dirt Rally 2, I feel. And they're probably gonna make us buy the Dirt Rally 1 and 2 stages again as DLC. Because fuck you. Yeah, 200 stages. Not really much of a meaningful number, given that each rally has, like, at least 11, 12 stages. Who's gonna count? I doubt I'll list them. Yeah, I doubt it. But if anything, that number seems lower than it maybe should be. If they're saying former WRC locations. Because, like, if we take, say, average rally has 11 stages, and we multiply that by 17, we only have 13 stages to play with. So that's, like, enough for, like, what, one more location? So what's it gonna be, the whole rally and then Wales? Or we're just gonna get little snippets? Dirt Rally 2 did... Dirt Rally reused stage sections, yeah. So basically the bigger stages, or the smaller stages were the bigger stages cut in half. And also obviously the reverse stages were those stages but backwards. That's pretty obvious. But yeah, the little stages were the bigger stages cut in half. The interesting thing with this though is that obviously now we're getting the WRC stages. We will finally have, or well, we will get longer stages. Because Dirt Rally 2, the longest stage in Dirt Rally 2 is still kind of short in rally terms. But we will get longer stages here. Like they do in real life. However, this was the real interesting bit. Okay, the complete experience. Career, no surprises there. Championship mode, no surprises there. Time trial, no surprises there. Cross-platform multiplayer, no surprises there. A detailed livery editor, no surprises there. And more, no surprises there. That's PR talk. But this caught my eye. If you don't know what a regularity rally is, I don't remember if I mentioned this on your Discord. I might have done, I might not have done. But I did mention it in a couple of places. But if you don't know what a regularity rally is, for those who are here who don't know, it's basically, they're most commonly contested on, like, public roads. But basically, instead of having to run the stage as fast as possible, you have a set time and a set average speed that you have to try and match as closely as possible. Obviously, it's pretty much impossible to get it exactly on the dot. And so, obviously, the goal of the rally then becomes to keep to that pace as close as you can over the average of the distance, and then it is to just hammer it and go as fast as you can. I have no clue how they're going to implement this into the game. I hope they have some stages that are designed with the mode in mind. Like, I don't know, say stuff like, I don't know, maybe like the Targa Florio route, but as a regularity rally, you know, because I think that is something they do these days, you know. But it did strike me as an interesting thing to add, because when you think about it, this isn't a feature that is going to make the game fly off the shelves. Because I bet you most people who have played a rally game couldn't tell you what this is. That's why it struck me as an interesting thing, that EA would let the team spend time on developing, you know, a mode that is likely only really going to be cared about by sort of like hardcore rally nerds, maybe. Maybe not even hardcore rally nerds. It's definitely a niche within a niche. It's an interesting one, I'll give them that, but was definitely a surprising one to see. They did also, I don't know if they've announced any more, but on the news tab they did have a car list. It was mostly incomplete. Yeah, here we go. So obviously we have the Rally 1 cars, the 3 Rally 1 cars, no surprises there. We have all the WRC2 cars from this season, which actually includes 2 different Skoda Fabias. You're welcome. And the Volkswagen, which is an interesting one, because the Volkswagen's kind of a bit more of an obscure R5 car these days. I mean, well, yeah. It says it there, R5, all of these are Rally 2, because Rally 2 is the sort of new R5, really. They're effectively the same regs, but R5 are the older ones. So having an R5 still kicking around is an interesting one, but obviously it's in WRC2 currently, so they've gone and replicated it. Junior WRC, so we only get the Rally 3. The World Rally car, there's only 2 of these, so it's going to be interesting to see which ones they add. Maybe the Igo and the Ford Fiesta? I don't know. But I guess it's cool to have a couple of those. They got 12 of the older World Rally cars from 1997 to 2011. And obviously the only one they have listed at the moment is McRae's, for obvious reasons. Then they have the Rally 2. The little asterisk is obviously mentioning that WRC2 cars count within Rally 2 because they are Rally 2 cars. Not sure if it works the other way around, if you could maybe use the Rally 2 cars in WRC2. But I don't know. Not sure what these 2 would be. I don't know what Rally 2 cars exist that aren't in the WRC2 list. So it'd be interesting to see what those are. Rally 4 are the junior level front wheel drive cars. So I guess good to have some of those. M4R4. I think that's a pretty obvious yes. At least Dirt Rally. You got M4R4 in, which is interesting. I didn't think that was still a thing in real life, but I guess they're going to kick it up. Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. S2000, S1600, F2 kit car, Group A, obviously Group B. They're keeping the same class designations. New car here, though, the Hillman Avenger, which is an interesting addition. Pretty cool, though. And, yeah, then at the bottom, here we go. They have the 3 builder cars. WRC, WRC2, and Junior WRC. I actually thought that they weren't, because given the image they showed... I don't show it here. But the image they showed, I assumed that they weren't... Does this actually have a more... No, it's just the same list. I actually assumed that they were just going to let us build Rally 2 cars only. Because these are very obviously Rally 2s. Of course, to a non-Rally person, they probably wouldn't know, but... these are very definitely Rally 2s. So I was kind of thinking that maybe they weren't going to let us build Rally 1 cars, but they are, so... Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what this system entails, but, yeah, is there a... Now, to talk about more of the negatives, obviously, I still don't think this game is supposed to be been built in Unreal Engine, but I think it looks graphically at least a step down compared to Dirt Rally 2, which is kind of concerning. But graphics aren't the end of the world, so... Oh no. Oh. Oh. We're still using RaceNet. RaceNet's a piece of crap. However, it's good that they have confirmed that clubs are returning, albeit they'd be stupid to not re-add clubs. Here we go. So, 5 VIP passes, each containing additional post-launch content. Is this a DLC, or is it Battle Pass? That's what I want to know. It's gonna be... The problem is that I'm 99% sure they're gonna add a Battle Pass. And that's basically gonna just kill the game off for me. I really don't like battle passes. They're like the most contrived progression system you could add into a video game. And they just suck. They're just kind of boring. Nothing really interesting about them. But, they're everywhere. Because they can be used to make a quick buck. A lot of Unreal games end up looking the same. Yeah, you're not wrong. Albeit, I guess that is just kind of the natural... that is just kind of the natural fact of using, you know, sort of the same hardware. Well, not hardware, sorry. The same sort of core backend for everything. You know, when everything's built off the same platform, there obviously things are going to start becoming more samey. Which was actually one kind of criticism that I levied towards the... I guess, yeah, I could levy the same criticism here, I guess. It was one of the criticisms that I levied towards the new... initial the arcade stage game, because that's built in Unreal Engine 2, and I was like, this just looks kind of crap compared to the new ones. It looks like a cheap budget indie game knockoff. Yeah, they're the same, yeah. Just obviously, Japan more than likely does a much better job than the GTA trilogy does at handling those. There's a trailer for it. Game's been out for a while. If you're on about the new arcade stage game. It's been out since like 2022. I've not played it myself, but I've heard it's not too bad, but not really. I haven't played any of the games in years, so... Sim racing pulled me away, because, well, I could actually race people. That just eventually became Time Attack Grind, which wasn't really particularly fun. Not really. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised you didn't know, given that it's an arcade exclusive release, and it's only in very select regions, so chances of it coming to Europe, extremely slim. Chances of it coming to home devices, pretty much impossible. Sega aren't going to do it. It just doesn't make sense to them from a financial perspective. Because heck, they're pushing a live service model through an arcade game. So you have to, excuse me, not only pay Sega for the upfront cost of the cabinet, you also then have to pay them a pretty steep monthly fee to have your cabinets connected to their servers. And the game, obviously, is live service, so it relies on constant online updates. To obviously continue to function properly, and still have all the connectivity and stuff. So, basically just a money printing machine for them. I think they maybe also take a cut of the revenue from the cabinets as well. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I do. Oh, excuse me. I do remember reading something about that back in the day. No wonder AC is a collector game. Yeah. AC has just become the go-to place for just doing all sorts of racing game stuff. That being said, obviously, AC is still very much a sim. Those games are still very much not a sim. So you'll never quite get the true experience by playing, obviously, on... by obviously putting the content over to AC. And just playing the games outright. But obviously, games aren't that accessible, so... Let's reinforce Rick's head. AC on its own lacks any style. I feel like that's most Sims, though, really, when you think about it. Racevic. Yeah. I think most Sims lack proper style. I'm not sure if you could really call iRacing's piss filter style. For example. But, yeah. It is tricky. I'm still very hesitant as well. Still very hesitant about AC2, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna really roll off as well as it maybe should. Base UI is so bad there's now 2 different content managers to replace it. CSP allows you to load screenshots. There's a loading screen. Without that, it's just a black screen. I mean, yeah, but every sim's like that. That was my point. All sims are kinda boring. Style-wise. Yeah, R Factor 2 is the same, just grey menus, grey screens. Nothing a whole lot of interest going on. Racefrom shows you fucking adverts during the loading screen. And its menu looks right out of a mobile game. AMS2s is a bunch of weirdly placed boxes. I guess the loading screens are alright. Live for Speed's got a bit of pizzazz, but I am definitely totally not biased towards Live for Speed in any way, shape, or form. What the heck, that game is so old, it loads basically instantly. Don't need to worry about loading screens when there are no loading screens. Car sounds playing in the background. I guess. I don't know. I've never really agreed with the rhetoric though that the base game UI is so bad. I mean, yeah, it's not great. It could be improved in ways, and that's why Content Manager exists, you know. But I don't know. People make it sound like it's like the most unusable piece of shit ever. But I would say I would take AC base UI any day over R Factor 2's current UI. Because even though R Factor 2's current UI is improved, it's still a pile of rubbish. It's a nightmare to navigate. It's such a faff to do anything. it quite frequently stutters and is slow and unresponsive. Useless. The only real performance-related issue AC's base UI has is that if you have too many mods in the game, it sometimes just locks up and keels over. But it's not really a problem for me because I don't like having that much content anyways. But like R Factor 2 does similar things when I have not even a tenth of that content installed. I basically got rid of all of the base content in R Factor 2. And I've just installed the like stuff that we've needed for the races. And even then, it's still sometimes very slow. It's still sometimes very unresponsive. It's just crashed on me for like no reason sometimes. Just by navigating UI menus. Or I've like clicked a button to go to another single player screen and it's told me I've lost connection to the internet or something arbitrary like that. You know, it's useless. So yeah, I think all Sims have pretty naff UI. I would still say RF2 is just the worst. Yeah, Race Sims isn't too bad. I feel like it's maybe a bit... I'm not a fan of the design. But, like, it's pretty straightforward to figure out what you're doing. GTR 2 looks moody. I should set it up once. I don't think I own GTR 2. I don't think I own any of the Simbin stuff, actually. Just never really bought them. Maybe one day I should. Especially given that they're somehow still on sale. After all these years. So might as well buy them whilst they still can. Yeah, I don't own any of these games. GT Legends, GTR, GTR 2, GTR Evolution. Oh, that's just the Racer 7 expansion. ACC is, I feel, the most basic of that I normally see from the current on it. Yeah. I don't know. I think ACC... Yeah, I would say ACC on its own out of all the Sims, I would say it's the weakest. At least in my eyes. I think the only reason why it's successful as it has been is because they were able to drive in a pretty healthy competitive player base. And that's like the only reason to play ACC, is to be a filthy sweat. Yeah, I do mean the style and menus, but I mean the game in general. The game has literally nothing for it, other than being a sweat. Really. The menus are boring, they're clunky, they don't really work properly, at least last time I used them. They were horrible to use. They gave R Factor 2 a run for their money. I had no clue what I was doing. And oh yeah, like, I don't know, a lot of people like to say the game looks really nice, but I feel like it doesn't look that good. I feel like they messed up on a lot of things. Like, there's this really silly, horrible looking ghosting effect that happens. Maybe it's some kind of library because I want to find an animal rescue video. Wouldn't surprise me, it's cost effective. Yeah, it's an Unreal Engine thing, but lots of other games have been able to tone it down to a non or barely noticeable level. In ACC, at least last time I played it, it was bad. Watching basically any car in third person looked horrible. I'll be totally honest with you. I completely forgot Rennsport was a thing. I'm not even joking. I literally forgot. It was on everyone's radar for like a week, and then it just stumbled into existence and then kind of vanished again. Does Rennsport even have a release date yet, actually? I don't know. It's not on Steam, I can tell you that much. I looked up Rennsport and I... Can I share my Steam window, actually? Might be able to. It just shows a black screen. Amazing. Do a display capture. Yeah, this is what I got when I looked up Rennsport on Steam. This is the only game that appeared. High quality. You love to see it. Oh my god. And supposedly it's been 20 years of Steam. Nice. Oh, but anyways, yeah, we've been going for almost 4 hours now, and I think my voice is definitely really starting to feel the brunt of it now. I think now is probably a good time to wrap things up and go and then top up all my drinks and just chill for the rest of the night. Yeah. There's not even... No, it's not legal in the US to drink. One more year. One more year. And then it'll be good. But, yeah, no. Thanks everyone who showed up and raced. It was good to see the participation improving tonight. Even if there were a few more incidents. Thanks everyone who showed up and chatted as well. Had some nice chats here and there. And, yeah, look forward to seeing everyone next time. 50 state Steam. And yeah, see you guys later. Adios.